Observe the test closely, my friend. This will be a moment that will live in history. Halt. Turn right. Halt. Now. Exterminate. Perfect. The weaponry is perfect. Now we can begin.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'm going to be looking at the creation of the Daleks set. It's a fabulous set. Picked this up on Friday. Comic-Con has just been. Had to get that out of the way. I didn't get back until like 3 in the morning after picking this up. And I had Comic-Con the next day, so I was like, oh, I can't really do this now. And then things just happen, basically. I think we can leave it at that. It's a fantastic set. I've had 2 days to really film this and decide what I'm going to say on it. So I know exactly what I'm going to say on it, and it's that this was probably one of the most unexpected sets of this year. But it is truly a fantastic figure and collector set. A collector set that people are going to want to get. I do think they've really knocked it out of the ballpark with this. I know 6 Sec, is it? Wasn't very impressed with this, but personally I am. I think it's a very good set, and I think it's the potentiality to lead to other things in the future. More Davros sets, possibly. I know Al Duar has actually said, no, that's not the case, we don't have anything planned, but that could be the case for future years, depending on how long this goes on for. And it could also, because a lot of this has changed, in terms of, not in terms of the Davros figure, but the Dalek specifically. So a lot of this has changed the way we could look at the figure range. And I will be talking about why the Dalek is different. You've probably seen this in other reviews already. I know Batman March has made a couple that are already out on YouTube of the this year's figure set. I know Captain Jimmy Pie has also done the same. So you can understand exactly where I'm coming from. Like I said, it's a fantastic set. It looks a lot more accurate than the original sort of Davros and Dalek set came about. And as you can see, it comes with a lovely backdrop as well of the Dalek bunker, I guess it is, or the Khaled bunker, where Sarah Jane first sees Davros testing the Dalek prototype. I think to start the review, I think I'm going to go for Davros and start off with him and talk about him, because he's not really different from his original counterpart. He is more or less the same figure, but there are very subtle, notable differences between this and the original figure that I also do have. So as you can see here, I've got both Davros figures, the original here and the new one here. Like I said, there isn't really much difference looking at them. There's a few colour changes in there. The blue has been changed to black on the wires. You can see at sort of this angle here, those have been changed from a yellow to a clear orange. These are much more brighter on this original one, whereas these are much more, on this one they're more cloudy in colour. I think Batman March said the same thing, whereas on this one they're more clear plastic, which is fantastic to see. And it looks like the microphone has changed a little bit as well. If I can zoom in on both of those, they have definitely changed in their look. I think the very notable change on this has got to be the weathering around the bumper of Davros's chair, and it's very heavy. It is very heavily weathered. It's nice, but I think it could have done with a little bit less. But it is obvious that, you know, that would have been on the original chair as well, the actual chair. As you can see as well, the paint has been cleaned up as well, particularly around the hemispheres. There seems to be no paint bleeds on this one. It's very nice and crisp. Whereas on this one it is a tiny bit sloppier, even if, you know, there are some on there that are nicely done, but most of them are very sloppy. And you can also see the silver, the contrast in the silver has changed. I don't know if you can actually see it on camera, but this in hand looks a lot brighter than this one. And then also the paint has changed. The new one has been given this sort of a very light wash around the face, and it really does bring out the details in the figure and the sculpt. And it's been given sort of like a darker base coat as well. This is the brand new Genesis Dalek, and my god, it looks absolutely beautiful. All of the paint is nice and crisp. The colour is a lot more accurate to what's seen on screen, and it's really nice colour as well. It's this very militant grey compared to the navy blue of the earlier ones. You can really see the difference there in colour, and this is a lot more glossier as well, which is really nice, because they were very glossy Daleks, whereas this one is more of a matte navy blue. I'm not really sure if you can see it well on camera, but this really does come out as a blue, and I know this one looks more browny, really. It is definitely a lot more browning compared to this one, but it is not, you know, it's not brown. It is a very sort of middle militant grey compared to the navy blue of this one. And this is my talking one as well.
You are an enemy of the Daleks.
So it isn't an original one, it is a re-release. But it is really nice to see this Dalek released again, because I don't have enough of these ones, actually. I definitely don't. And now to move on to why this Dalek is very special. This is not any regular Dalek. This is a Dalek that has quite a new feature and quite a new few abilities. As I said, Six Sec didn't appeal. It didn't appeal to him. It definitely appealed to me. I absolutely love this feature. And so basically in this set, you get these little things. You get two of them, and they are power packs, or they're referred to as power packs. They're basically standard wires. I'm going to show you up close, and they've got a tiny box on the end of it. As you can see, it's very nicely detailed. Got a silver weathering to it, which is very nice. And it looks like there's a couple of different colours involved, instead of just standard grey. And the silver looks like it's maybe got some red on there as well. So that is the power pack. And what you can do with this Dalek is you can be very difficult to do. It's a very finicky feature, but give me a second, it is rather stuck. You can take the ball joint out and you can plug the gun in, or the power pack into the gun, and you can do this on the plunger as well. See, there we go. And you can do the same thing with that. it was revealed on YouTube that this was the feature. And it's quite a different feature, really, and I really do like it. I think it's something that, because we've never seen before on a Dalek, is quite rather special, if you ask me. And it is a very nice look to the Dalek. I mean, we had one of these a couple of years ago with the Tom Baker, but you weren't able to take the actual ball joint out, so it didn't really work as well. But now that we can actually do that, it works really well, and it looks nice. It's very nice. It's a nice feature to have, and this is the kind of toy I would have wanted when I was a kid, really. Because when I was a kid, this is the kind of feature that you think about when you see Genesis of the Daleks, and you think, they can do that. And because they can do that, it's awesome. And it would be awesome to have it on a toy, because it's a feature that is shown in that episode. And you can also put that box in there, if it stays in. There we go. And you can have it displayed like so. It's not how I prefer it. I think it looks a little bit silly like that. But I prefer it like that, because that is how it is actually seen in the episode. This is how the Dalek is seen in that demonstration part of Genesis of the Daleks. In the first introduction of the Genesis Dalek, we see it like this, and it's doing this is what it is based on. It's the testing of the Dalek, and you see it like that. Oh, you see it like that. Just put this in the back, and it's sort of in against a wall, looking sort of straight at the camera. You hear Davros go, halt, turn right, halt, now, exterminate, and you see the gunfire going off, and he goes, perfect, the weaponry is perfect. Now we can begin. And that's how the episode ends. I do think it's a really cool feature. I absolutely love this feature as part of the Dalek, because it's, something we've never seen before, and I think it's, like I said, it's the kind of toy I would have wanted when I was a kid. It's cool, it's different, and obviously no other Dalek has ever had something like this. The only Dalek that has ever had anything even similar to this is the the mutant reveal Dalek, rather. But the whole sort of front section of this Dalek would come off, and it would reveal the gooey mutant inside. I think I've still got that somewhere. It's, like I say, it's very nice to see something that featured in the episode actually realised as a toy. So now you can reenact that bit where Ronson flicks Davros' switch and the gun sort of falls down. You dare to interfere. You have the audacity to interrupt one of my experiments. Dalek's just there like, what am I doing anymore? So yeah, it's a very nice set to have. This is the one that I wanted primarily in this wave, because of this new feature and how cool it is. I've no words to describe it, really, because it is that genius. It is something that I would have liked to have seen previously, but we never got that opportunity. And now that we've got that opportunity, it's amazing to see realised into life, and I applaud Al Juar's creative decision for this. They did accidentally show this off in a Batman March video, and they had to censor it because he was like, should you be showing that off? So, yes, this was definitely worth the wait and worth the excitement over, because, I mean, there were rumours that the plunger could move in and out of the Dalek, and unfortunately, that, as cool as that would be, I think this is much better, and this is something that a lot of fans have wanted for years, and, you know, I really have to applaud Al Juar on this. Creative decision, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to see what else comes out of his workshop. Thanks for watching this review, and until next time, I shall see you all later.